and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. With over 20 years of real estate experience and selling over 150 homes a year, Laura Sanders is the #1 RE/MAX agent in the state of Florida for 2021. Join us each week as we discuss how to make money through buying and flipping homes to renting versus selling and everything in between. To join the conversation, call in live. 888-994-4995, Studio A.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. Every week, we talk about something that can help you save some money, make some money. Maybe it won't make you any money, but if you're a realtor and you listen closely, you might actually learn something from me, since everybody's always asking, what do you do? Let me tell you what I do. Would you like to know what a typical day looks like? Because this is what it looks like after an air conditioner has leaked all over your head. I come straight here from working, and this is what it looks like. Those of you on radio, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I feel like I look like a hot mess. Anyway, today we have Freddy with me, and we're going to just talk about the market and what's going on in the market.
Well,
And
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
We're going to start the show with a question to you.
Okay.
I heard a rumor. I made a phone call today. And I heard that you are the number 11th realtor, agent, seller, marketer, whatever you want to call it, in the country.
United States. Yes.
Yeah, the United States is the country.
Right. In the United States. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Number 11.
That was public school. I mean, yeah.
Number 11. The closest person that I know to you is in the over the 30s. The closest that I know.
Right.
Number 11. Did you know that?
I knew something. I wasn't really sure what the number was, only because that person that you're talking about had actually called me asking me, like, how much money did you make and what did you do? Like, because I need to know, just because somebody else was, like, right below me. But I think that we're in August right now, so September, October, November, December. Maybe I can, like, jump up. I'm going to try.
In the top 10. In the country.
I'm going to try.
In the top 10.
Yeah, I was 134 in the United States for the top 1,000 realtors in the United States. So what you're talking about is just RE/MAX. But in the year before, I was 121, so apparently I'm slacking. But I will say that, you know, people always ask, like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, first thing is routine. I do the same thing every day. I get up at the same time. I, obviously, get up, get ready, go to work. Like, you'll never find me in my pajamas past, like, if I'm in at 8 o'clock, I mean, apparently my husband and I did not have a good morning. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding! I'm just saying, you will not find me past 8 o'clock in my pajamas.
And you're just doing the hustle.
Doing the hustle.
But the bottom line, Laura, listen, I did the real estate game for a long time. In the way the economy is now, the way the market is now, some people have stopped selling homes because they say that they believe that the market has dried up.
That's totally not true. And let me give you an example. So, like I said, how is the market doing? So this past week, I put a home on the market in Hialeah, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Now, you've been in the business, right, for a long, long time. 1 bathrooms are kind of not really desirable,
Exactly.
right? Like, you would think it's going to sit because every American wants 2.5 bathrooms. Like, we're spoiled.
Right.
In the 80s, it was 2 bathrooms. You're like, yeah, I got 2 bathrooms. Now you're like, I need at least that half bath. At least. And now they want 3 and 4 bathrooms. It's just amazing. Like, I have 5 bathrooms. I'm like, who's cleaning this? Because it's not me. Well, I do, but I don't want to.
So what do you do if you run into a house with 1 bathroom?
So apparently nothing, because I put on this 3-bedroom, 1 bath. The owners thought that I priced it a little high. We actually went we went into contract 10,000 over. 10,000 or 20? 10 or 20,000 over. And they were saying that they're willing to pay up to $22,000 if the property doesn't appraise, not to exceed the sales price.
And this is a recent deal?
This is like 2 days ago. I had 18 offers.
18.
18. You would say, well, you must have underlisted it. I had an investor guy call me, one of you peoples, right? Call me, say to me, I'm going to make you an offer, $345,000. I said, I think you're missing $100,000+ on this. He starts to explain and justify to me why it's not worth what I have it listed for. I said, so the 18 offers I had weren't real? He's like, well, and he starts to justify the 18 offers. And I'm like, is this guy for real? Like, the things that go on in a daily day with the people, I'm like, you got your real estate license? Like, somebody actually, like, passed you in the test? Like,
Well, they think that they can get away with the what they're putting out in people's minds is that the market is not selling. It isn't true. There are sharks in the game that want to get stuff less. What I'm shocked at, I know you just told me the number of inventory you have, the number of inventory you have under contract. And I see you're going to end up in the top 5 by the end of the year.
I hope.
Well, I can see it.
But I'm not gonna do anything different than I do. Like, I'm not gonna. I already work. I left the office at 10 o'clock last night. And then
But
I went
you're still
home and I
doing
worked
what
till
you do.
2 a.m. and I
Okay.
got back up at 6 and came back and I'm here. And my husband texts me, "Have a good show," and I bet you're tired.
I can imagine.
And I'm like,
But the other thing, Lauren, I heard is that you help people sell their homes. If you go in there and you say you're going to give them monies as part of the deal, and they fix up certain things in the house, and you get paid back
Yeah.
at the end of the deal. Who the hell
So-
who does that?
And so I agree with you. And here's a crazy thing. So yesterday I go into a house. It's probably about an 875 house, 875,000. I go into the house and it needs work. And I say to the guy, he's like, listen, they're in a divorce. And I was appointed by the courts to be the realtor. So I don't know either one of them. I walked in and I said, you need to do X, Y, and Z. He's like, oh, I can't afford to do that. These, divorce lawyers, which I should have been a lawyer. I just want to tell you that. I should have been a lawyer instead of a realtor.
A divorce lawyer? Yeah. Okay, moving on.
I don't know. I mean,
Moving on.
anyway. Oh, my God. Wouldn't that be just so great to
It-
just
wouldn't it be-
fry you guys?
I tell you.
Nah,
We like to be
I'd fry
fried.
either one. It don't matter to me. Wife, husband, I'll fry either one. I mean, it's funny you even say that because this morning a friend of mine calls and says to me, "Oh, I'm suing this guy," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to let you know." And I said, "Oh, okay, thanks for letting me know." And I said, "Oh, do you just get to, because you're a lawyer, do you get to just write up lawsuits?" And he goes, "You really can't do that because usually you're a witness and the judge isn't going to look kindly on that." And I was like, damn it, because I keep thinking I would just sue everybody that are stupid. Does that sound bad? I don't know. I think it'd
That's
be
the stupid
fun.
law. Yeah, the stupid law.
Yeah, I'd be you're stupid, I sue. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so going back.
And we digress.
Going back, I said, listen, this is what I'm going to offer to you.
Right.
And, when I called the ex-wife, and the same thing, she was like, wow, that's great. And I said, I truly believe, like, for some reason, like, that's a God thing, like, that I was sent to them to help them because you're going to lose. And she even said it. Like, I love it when people say exactly what I'm thinking is you're going to lose. She's like, we're going to lose thousands and tens of thousands of dollars if we leave it in the condition that it's in.
And you give them the money and they fix it. Now, I got to ask you an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
You walk into a house and the house talks to you and you see where you can do the improvements and you lend the money. You're not going to do that unless you know you can sell it. I mean, think about this for a second. You walk into a situation, you say, okay, here's 10, 20,000, whatever the number is.
Right.
And they agree, okay, we're going to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you're not going to offer that if Laura doesn't think this house is going to sell.
Well, let's be honest about one thing in real estate. Everything sells.
But that's my point. Who in this room is going to lend somebody $10,000 and you know you're going to sell the person you're lending that money to? I mean, think about that. As a business person, that is unheard of. That is giving money to someone because I'm going to sell your home.
Giving, It is interest-free
Lending.
to begin with.
Lending.
I'm not giving it to them.
Lending.
And what I'm giving is creating them to make so much more money. And to me, that's like, you know, the other day, so I went on a listing appointment 3 weeks ago. I didn't get the listing. The guy said, we jived with somebody else. So I saw the listing. Number one, they didn't put any of the schools down. To me, that's a big disservice. Like, when you're selling a house, like you need to put down the schools, especially if they're a decent school district, right? Number two, they were only offering 2.25%. You know what spoke to them? That low commission. Clearly, they were doing it for 4.5%. Well, listen.
What's more important than the schooling and the kids and the happiness in the house?
No, what was more important to the sellers is getting a discounted commission. Like, nobody wants to pay. You know what you get when you pay for? Like,
That's right.
The listing wasn't, didn't have the right information on it. And it's funny, I actually reached out to an appraiser. I could have listed it for more and then negotiated for the roof that they're going to have to replace. So everybody gets so focused on the commission. And if I can't negotiate for myself, how am I going to negotiate for you? So, and it's funny how people don't even ever like call you and say, well, I really want to hire you, but you want more commission than the other person. They don't even ask. But the funnier part is that people will drop their drawers and say, yeah, I'll do it for 2% and offer out to, yeah, because the agents don't want to come.
But again, I always say the same thing. You have to buy right. You gotta negotiate with somebody who understands his game. And I'd rather deal with somebody who's telling other sellers, listen, I'm going to help you sell your house, and I'm going to put skin in the game. Right. That, to me, is backing a winning team. And you got to think about the psychology. If you're selling your house and somebody has told you that the market is cold, give this woman a call. Have a conversation.
Listen, it doesn't cost you anything. But you know what? Let's hold that thought. Let's go to commercial. We're going to go ahead and check out one of our lenders, Max Fish. So if you're thinking about buying, definitely Max can help you. And if you're thinking about buying, you also are going to need that attorney. So think about our title brothers, too, for that title work.
Whether you're buying, selling, refinancing, or building your dream home, you have a lot riding on your loan specialist. Max Fish, a top 1% mortgage loan officer in the nation, will give you a same-day qualifying quote. Max Fish is committed to providing his customers with mortgage services that exceed their expectations, ensuring that you make the right choice for you and your family is his ultimate goal. Contact Max Fish today at 954-729-6933 or max.fisch@nwmcorp.net.
At Title Brothers LLC, our mission is to give you the best closing experience anywhere in the country. Founded in 2020 by Adam Lohman and Josh Wiseman, here at Title Brothers, we're your one-stop shop for residential real estate, title insurance, title and escrow services, real estate closing, and due diligence services. While primarily located in South Florida, we also host dozens of closings throughout the state and even electronically as requested. To contact the Title Brothers, call us at 954-995-4988 or visit our website and get a quick quote today.
You have been watching Making Money with Laura. For more information, contact Laura Sanders at 954-650-0827 or visit her website at thelorasell.com. And now back to the show.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Making Money with Laura Sanders. And I am your host, Laura Sanders. I don't know who else would be sitting here, right?
Sounds like Laura.
I'm sorry. I can't help it sometimes. I hope that I make you guys laugh.
What's your phone number? It's for people to call you.
Oh, I was going to say, because I don't just give it to anybody.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Actually, I do.
The other number.
Way back, my phone number is 954-650-0827. So, funny story. Years ago, I went into Manhattan Bagel. And back then, it was like 2008, and short sales were like ginormously huge. Like everybody was short selling their house. I mean, it was crazy. So I had a sign on the side of my car that had my name and my picture, short sale, right? I was up in Coral Springs on Wiles Road in University. This guy followed me to 95 and Davie Boulevard. Kept calling my phone number. And he was like, what are you doing? Can we go out? I was like, dude, like you just followed me from like
It's a bagel
12 miles.
It's a bagel date.
Yeah. And that's when I stopped putting my phone number on my car, but yet I'll still give everybody my phone number.
Wow.
That was funny though.
That's
It wasn't
cute.
funny that day. I was freaking out.
It's kind of scary, right?
It was pretty scary, yeah.
Now I got to ask you a real important question. Are people still flooding Florida to live?
So I will tell you that all of the houses that I currently have under contract, none of them are from out of state.
Really? I heard with the whole West burning up, I heard with the whole Southwest burning up, the fires, a lot of people are not going to rebuild. They're coming to Florida. I don't think we have any Floridas.
I was going to
Any
say,
people-
where are we
any
going to put
fires.
them?
There's no fires in Florida. I don't know where we're going to put them. But I'm hearing that all of a sudden people are coming here because we're the only state that's not on fire, on the water, smog, or getting pollution from Canada.
So inventory is still low. It's still low. I put another house on the market in Sunrise. Actually, I put 2 homes in the market in Sunrise. I had one I had in coming soon status, and an agent was like, take an offer now before you ever do it. I go, yeah, but I can't show it to you. And we took their offer, and they couldn't even see it till the day that we came on the market because it was just such a good offer. But then we took another offer in this other Sunrise, again, put it in coming soon, but waited till the open house, right? Because somebody did send me an offer. I'm like, where's your pre-approval letter? Like, you're offering me, but you're not willing to waive any appraisal contingencies or some sort of percentage of that. And so, of course, I'm not going to do something like that, right? And that one had like 5 offers on it.
You're
Like
kidding
it's
me.
it's weird. I have post-traumatic stress disorder from a year and a half ago.
Because people are selling their houses?
No, because people had multiple offers, and if I went out to go make an offer on a home, it was like you were fighting with like multiple people to get that offer. People were waiving their appraisal. People were like
Really?
not having inspections. People are having inspections
is?
again. As is.
Is
Not
it
even
really?
like it's like no is, because it's a misconception.
No is.
As is, right?
As is, no is.
Yeah, yeah. As is means that
As is.
I have, but it doesn't. It doesn't mean that.
What does it mean?
It means I have a right to do an inspection.
Right.
If I don't like what I see, I can cancel
Deal's
the
off.
deal.
Okay.
Most sellers don't know that. Most
what if you
sellers
tell somebody
say,
no
"Oh, I
inspect-
get their deposit." Now, wait a minute. I don't do real estate in like Georgia and all those places, but I heard they do get to keep like $500, $1,000. Like they have. I think we should do that $500,000 non-refundable unless you find something majorly wrong with the house.
But what if you tell somebody no appraisal?
So it's too much of a risk. So a lot of people
They
don't want to
will
do
turn
it.
away.
Because why would you do that, right? But we're talking about inspection as
Yes,
is.
right.
The as is has nothing to do with the appraisal part. There's multiple sections of the contract,
okay.
right?
Gotcha.
So the as is means I have the right as a buyer to do an inspection. The sky was green today, so I decided I'm not going to buy that house. That's fine. Cancel your contract.
So why would anybody, if they say no inspection, why would you accept an offer that says, no, I want to do an inspection?
Because out of the 20-something years I've been doing this business, most people never waive their inspection unless they're an investor buying it because they know
gonna
that
redo the
I'm going to do
house.
X, Y, and Z, right? And I'll tell you what, as an investor myself, you know where I get screwed most of the times? Plumbing
Can't
in
see
these
it.
old houses.
Can't see it.
Right. I mean, I can look at a roof and look how old the roof is. But when you have cast iron pipes, like, typically they rust, toilet paper gets stuck on them, toilet backs up, and it just keeps doing it until you replace the pipes.
And the AC lines also are another.
That's
They
not,
back up.
yeah,
You have
but
to break
that's
the
normal.
garage to get in through there. That's a lot of work.
Not really.
No.
Not as much work as it is to go underneath the concrete.
I got to tell you, I wouldn't be afraid. Now, let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
can you give us a listing secret? Something coming up, something you have a ace in the hole that you're going to be a shout out to a new listing coming out?
So I have 2 properties coming up in a 55 plus. One is a 3-bedroom, which typically those are pretty hot to have 2 versus 3. Has a 1-car garage. So it's great for those New Yorkers that are moving here and they're downsizing, and people, or even just people that are downsizing where they're like, they're leaving all that space. So this house actually has like about 1,900 square feet. So that's coming up in September. I have another one coming up mid-August, which is a 2-2, but completely remodeled.
So if people that are listening to this show tonight were to call you tonight or tomorrow, can they stand in line to wait till these things pop out?
As long as I don't have it in a coming soon status, and it's getting ready to go to market, yeah, they can see it.
They can see it. They can't bid on it, right? Because it's not on the market yet. Or is it?
You know,
Is it in the secret Laura cave?
You know, we're not supposed to do certain things.
I understand. That's why I'm asking. I'm not saying you're doing it. I'm asking you. What can be done? What is the magic potion?
I don't know all the answers.
Give Laura a call. What's the number again?
954-650-0827.
You don't know until you try. So you're looking to buy a house.
I have a question for you since you're like one of the producers of the show.
Okay.
How many people listen to this show? And the reason why I'm asking is because I have put feelers out for some new sponsors, looking for sponsors. And I'm just curious to know, like, who's listening? Is anybody listening?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we are doing this show live from Sunscape?
A memory loss center.
Memory
right?
loss is brand new. It's never been
You already
open.
forgot where you're at.
That's right. I'm right at home. And we have, take it easy. And we have somebody in here who's done 2 shows with us and has gotten 25 phone calls from her airing. We are 4.8 million subscribers on 6 stations from Fort Pierce down to North Miami.
Okay.
And they have numbers as to the numbers that are listening. What we do is we take numbers based on our logarithms of social media. So who's listening? The people that listen to this station are usually between 45 to 65 plus.
It's a good thing I'm listening. I'm in my own zone.
They listen, they buy, and they react. And I know this because we were approached today by a big television network to sell material on ESPN Monday Night Football. And that came about because they heard what you're doing and some of the other shows that we do on the air. And I just signed 3 more here tonight. So
wow.
are they listening? You're damn right. And if you call Laura and you ask for the secret cave entrance, maybe you too can win out on this thing. I'm a betting guy. I've been to Vegas many, many times. I'm a betting guy. If you call and Laura likes what she sees and hears in the paperwork, Laura makes some kind of deal somewhere along the line. Yeah. If you're looking to buy a house.
I mean, yeah. Well, not only that too, though. We're looking for a sponsor for insurance. We're looking for a sponsor for definitely looking for family law, and I just love to learn about like what you need to be looking at. I mean, I deal with real estate. Well, when you get divorced, you really need to know what to do when you're getting divorced with your real estate.
That's right. For all my bros out there, all my guy bros, get on this line because I'm going to tell you, I've been on the other side of that equation. And if you're getting divorced and you have assets, you got to do the things the right way. But everybody should play nice in the center.
And I have to tell you, one of the biggest watched radio shows that we had was a family law guy.
Yep.
And so I think that that's definitely a sponsor that we're looking for. Another sponsor that I think would be awesome is Wills, Trusts, and Probates.
Oh.
Everybody needs a will, and let me tell you something.
That's big
I was
money.
just talking with somebody the other day. They're 67. They don't have a will. Scary.
I know some people in that business.
And then I learned something about pour-overs. I'm like, what's a pour-over? Like, there's like people, you need to know that to some people this might be boring, but I actually love knowledge, and I just saved somebody from going through probate because of what's called a ladybird deed. So stay tuned, because next week. Well,
Next week.
I don't know what
Up
month
to
are we
next
in?
year. Next week.
Next week, we'll be talking more about ways to help you to make money. So thank you for tuning in tonight.
Give Laura
to
a call. Get the phone number.
Laura, Making Money with Laura. My phone number is, so I'm going to say it slow, 954-650-0827. You can also check out my website, LauraSell.com. Couldn't afford the S, so we dropped it.
That's for savings.
Savings, yes. Look at this. You're really good at this.
Oh, I do this.
Have a great night, guys. See you next time.
Later.
Thank you for tuning in for Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. To join the conversation, call us at the studio, 888-994-4995 Studio A, or contact Laura directly at 954-650-0827. Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. We look forward to seeing you next.